expanded animal feeding mod, which means we're going to need to grow some carrots to feed the sheep. We're going to need to grow things like clover grass and horse grass and stuff like that. I don't think we need to grow horse grass for sheep, but I think clover is a thing. To make hay, you have to ted everything a few times, so we will need to buy a tedder. But I'm going to have to set aside fields for that use, and I'm going to have to buy pallets of carrots and bales of clover grass just to get through to the to late spring, where I can harvest my own. And it may not be late spring because I'm not going to be planting that stuff until the ground's warm enough. Like I said, I need to do a sort of a trial transfer just to see how that all pans out. And if it works, then that might be the next thing I do on this map. Okay, we've got 81,000. Oh yeah, this is almost full. So, come on. Am I not close enough? Oh yeah, really not close enough. Okay, let's get that filled. Let's check the great demand. The great demand is still on. Hilltop Stores is the place to be. That will be the phone message. Yeah, doesn't look important. I'm not fussed. Okay, why aren't I going? Because I didn't turn the engine on. That would be a plan. Alright, so we're off to sell some canola, which wasn't what I was planning to do today, but well, heck. And then again, my arguments from last year stand with last game year, stand with predicting prices. 12.80 is approximately the best price we can get from canola at any point in the year. So it's actually worth selling it now at a known price of 12.80 on a great demand than it is waiting until early winter and maybe getting a good price or a better price. And we did that last year. We were looking at, I think it was sugar beets, and the best price was the 4th day of winter on the predictor, and day 3 was lower than day 3 of that year was still lower than the predictor on day 4, and then when we got to day 4 the price dropped. And so it was a case of, if we'd sold it on day 3 we'd have made more money. And when you're talking 1 million litres, a couple of pounds per 1,000 litres is a significant number. When you're talking in the grand scheme of our farm finances. But elsewhere, if a couple of pounds of wheat when you're only talking 1,000 litres isn't such a big deal. 14. Hello. There we go. Tipping has been initiated. Did we pay off the loan? I think we paid off the loan. Yes. So we have no loan, so this money is all ours. 27,000. So I'll go and I'll empty the harvester again, and I think what we'll do is we'll set the harvester off to finish off the field on a worker. And I'll empty the silo as best I can. as well make the most of it. But also, yeah, the other thing with great demands when you're playing with seasons is it's not always as cut and dried. Because of the fluctuation in prices. Yeah, with great demand in spring when prices are rock bottom, it's not a good deal. Yeah, great demand in Christmas Day is awesome because that's the best price for the crop that year, and a great demand could add a little bit more to it. So again, you know, that's the other issue, is just because this great demand is here doesn't mean that when is it on this day, if we got great demand, that could push us up to 13.20. So I'm not making the best money for the year, but yeah, it's a risk I'm taking. Okay, let's get you, fold that in, and we'll line this up on a worker, and I'm thinking the worker will finish this off without too much problems. Well, no, it's a triangle. He might have big problems, but that's workers for you. Are we straight? Close enough. And off he goes. Okay, we will take this back to the yard and we will get some canola and sell it. So 27, we got 2 full trailers. That puts us up to 110. That's nice. I could replace our planter, but I'm not worried about the plant. Obviously, as far as the planter is concerned, I'm not worried about that till spring. With what is it? Here we are. X. Where's the X button? Oh, yeah, there. So, yeah, what was I saying? I'm not too worried about the planter right now. We're going to be using the seeder to put oilseed radish in our harvested fields. That is definitely a thing. And the seeder we have is absolutely fine on that can. So yeah, I really don't have much plans for money usage right this second. Good grief, even this tractor struggles up this hill. We're not slipping, are we? I would say that's working fine. Just really is that heavy. Gravity really does suck that much. I suppose we could do some cab driving. Yeah.
Just eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of cab driving. Yeah, in general, my complaint is the problem with depth perception, and in a lot of cases it is a little bit more critical than say truck sim. Truck sim, I can't drive out a cab. I can't. Well, even in Farm Sim, if I'm driving at 50 miles an hour down a lane, I cannot do that in cab, just because I think the only driving game I've played out of cab was it Outrun, the arcade game? Now that one I can do out of cab, but you have no option. But most of the simulators, I'm an in-cab guy. Train sim I can do out of cab, but then it's not like you can veer off the road and crash into a tree. Oh, I should probably wait until the thing drops down. There we go. Now, I could cheat and drive through the field on the left and go down behind the cow barn, but nah, we'll use the road. That's why it was here. Plus, the people who own hilltop stores will probably be much more happy me driving on the road than trekking dirt all the way through their yard. I think we've driven tarmac long enough that the dirt we picked up unloading the harvester has all fallen off. Okay, so we have a full load in the silo plus a bit more. I wonder how the harvester's still doing its thing. And is that 48% full? So I'm kind of predicting there isn't a full load from the harvester to go. And more canola. We are full. There is 4,489 litres left in the silo. And the great demand is still up, so good. 86 plus 27, 113, and a little bit more possibly. Like I said, I didn't notice when the great demand started, and I don't know what its duration is. So we'll take an advantage of what is right now and worry about everything else later. Oh, I have a feeling we also have the silage to sell. I'm going to have to check on that. Oh, well, we'll do that once the harvest is all over. I'll probably get the Challenger out, planting oilseed radish. Maybe. Yeah. Class is out. Yeah. Oh, now the big slurry tank by CMT Modding, or CMT Software, is out now, which attaches to the back of his Class Zerion 4 5000 series, or 5000 4000 series. And since we're big into digestate, that might be something I want to look at eventually on this farm. Probably not immediately, because Class Zerions are expensive and the slurry tank's kind of big and expensive too. let's unload that. Still got the great demand going, so I can run back to the yard, get the 4489 back. Oh, there we go. And then pick up what's in the harvester on the next run past. Sounds like a plan. See, if that was an abandoned car, that would have police aware stickers all over it. So I'm thinking it's heavily tinted windows and the local detective squads investigating local farmers or something. Is this our turn? Yeah. Harvester's up to 75%. Still running, so helper has not finished yet. Maybe doing a turnaround. Or I might have missed the message, yeah. Although we're still getting charged £1 a second, so I'm guessing he's still working. Is that all of it? Oh yeah, that was quick. That was all of it. So back to the field. That'll give us 12,000. That's about half a load. So another 13,000 on top, maybe 14. So we'll be just shy of 130,000 after this sell. Helper F has completed their task. Now we might now have to tidy things up. I really don't know. But we shall see when we get there. I could just park at the top and jump down to the harvester, because it's got to come back up here as well anyway. And we'll park it here. Weak. And up. There we are. Engine back up. You missed a bit. Yep, this looks good. For what it's worth, we'll grab those 2 bits. So 6 plus 4, that's about 11,000 I think all told. So I think, I should have parked away from the hedge. That's annoying. Ow. No problem. If I can get round the back, I can just drop the header on the trailer. And yes. That look good? That looks good. Okay, we're in reverse. Let's do that thing. Now I can turn the harvester the right way round. Yay. Alright, so harvester We'll keep the engine running until we're unloaded. Then, so that field is about 2 hours with this size of harvester. It's kind of reasonable. There's a reason why I skip a lot of the big American maps. It's because there we go. Is because some of them, the field size is so big, even with the biggest harvester around, it can take you 4 or 5 hours just to harvest one field, and as a starting farmer, and it's not. I get bored doing that sort of thing. I mean, yeah, we've spent, what was it, effectively 3 hours last week, 2 hours this week harvesting everything so far. But it's different stuff, different fields. There's obstacles, there's stuff, other stuff that I have to do between emptying the harvester. So I didn't check. Yep, the Great Demand's still going. So we're going to have no canola going into the winter, which is a little bit unexpected, but oops, and excuse me while I read text and drive. Oh, I think I know about that one. Yes. Yeah, there is a Gleaner Harvester mod which looks really nice. One of my real life YouTube what is it? Channels that I watch. They have a Gleaner. And it's kind of old and kind of a mess, but it does the work they need it to do, and they're growing crops to feed their cows. They're beef farmers, so they grow barley, they grow soybean, they grow corn. Corn they chaff and stick in their silage bunker. Now, that said, they don't grow. There's various breeds of corn. They grow the breed of corn that you feed people, or people eat. And they were explaining this year that the reason they grow that corn rather than animal feed corn is because they like to have the option, if they have a lot of corn, too much corn for the silage bunker, they can still get the gleaner out and harvest, run a normal corn harvest and feed people corn, or pick the corn heads and eat some. It's a family farm, so having some corn they can eat that tastes good is a bonus. But a lot of farmers will grow corn specific for what they need it for. So if they're animal feed, they're going to grow corn for animal feed. If you're Zach the Millennial Farmer, you're going to grow corn that is good ethanol content because you're going to sell it to the local ethanol plant, not to the local Green Giant cannery. Okay, I'm going to stick... Now I can't see it. Huh. There we go. Put the cover on that. And park it over here. That's herbicide, don't need that. So I can park in front of it. And I'll drop that there. We'll go and get the cedar. We're going to have to check the cedar's full. And then I think we'll do the old barley field, or the former barley field first. That would be the cedar there. Times like this I want the remote control so I can just push the button and the door will open automatically. Anyway, sneak in there. Oh, we have nothing in here. What's the selection button? 10. Wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybeans, oilseed radish. Now, I'll say this at the get-go, oilseed radish is very efficient, however I don't think 1,000 litres is going to be nearly enough to do what we need to do today. So I'm going to fill it up while we're here. We've got 3 fields to plant. I can't see a thing. So we will do this out of cap, because I can't see a thing. There we go. Oh, other way. Other way. So yeah, this I find is a good size cedar for the fields that we have right now. It's got the good working width, and it's also got good tank capacity. Close enough to the other pallet, so we'll use it all, I think. Like I said, the only thing we're planting until after Christmas is oilseed radish, so I don't need any extra seed for the planter. But that does put me up here. I'm still going to do the old barley field first, just because. So the plan here, I'll get this lined up on the field and just set it loose, and we can worry about the bits that get missed later and which way it turns at the end of the field and all the rest of the stuff. But right now I want this heading around about 90 degrees. So that would be round about there. And we will unfold it. So the tractor is pointing in the right direction. If the tractor brakes right, that's nice. If it brakes left, I've still got a little bit